All right. Welcome to tonight's call. Paul and I are kind of co-running this call for Allie and her entire downline. And then Allie Ritzer's going to come on a little while later and share about Collagen because she created some graphics for it. So she's going to kind of come in and share the spotlight. I want to welcome everyone to this call, and I wanted to just start with just kind of a brief thought as we go into this, and I'm going to turn it over to Paul. I had a call yesterday with a few of my leaders on my team. We were kind of mapping out some goals, and something that kind of came to me that I'm doing in my business, and I just wanted to share with you in case this is helpful. I know a lot of us like have been in this for a while, and some of us maybe have just been in it for a few months, like a couple years, whatever it is. Or maybe you're brand new, but when you come into this and you're all excited and you're running your business and you're running at it and you have all these goals and then the dust settles, it's almost like, and for me, I've just went through, like, I just kind of crashed and burned. Like, I came into this business and then I was running and then I sort of crashed and burned. And then I'm coming out of that. And how I'm kind of coming out of that, because we're going to have lulls in this business, right? What if we came into every single month and we treated every single month like it was a relaunch? Like, what if you relaunched your business right now and you had the same excitement that you had coming into April as you did coming into the business when you were brand new? We're not worried about warm market. We're not worried about whatever. We're showing up and sharing like we did when we first came into this, and we were telling everybody we knew about this, right? And you want to know the really cool thing is you know more now than you did then. So what could you do if we showed up in that way? And so I want to encourage you to treat every month like it's your relaunch, because we're learning and we're growing and we're trying things different and we're navigating through this, and it's a beautiful thing. And that's kind of what I'm doing. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that kind of inspires you to show up and leave everything you haven't done and leave everything you have done that maybe you wished you wouldn't have or whatever in the past, and just move through it and run. So I'm going to turn it over to Paul. He's got a few things to share. And then we're gonna move through this.
All right, well, she hit the nail on the head right there, so I'm excited. But as we relaunch, again, a brand new month, all right, we're right here, only the third day in April. Nothing really specific to celebrate, but kind of generic. Think about it. How many of you, and throw it in the chat, if you've got a big celebration for you, for your team, throw it in the chat so I can announce it and give it to everybody that's here. And for the people that are going to watch the recording, but think about it. How many people hit the five new PCs? All right, how many people hit one of the bonuses? How many people got the 5 and 2? All right, how many people are a step closer to going on the trip? Those are the things. Those are the celebrations we've got to have. And again, as you relaunch, it really kind of goes perfect with exactly what Tabitha just said. Because I was talking to some students this past week. All right, here we go. We got Ann. We got 5 new PCs and a double bonus. Perfect. First full month in the business. 8 new PCs with Katie right there. Beautiful. And that's it. There it is. And that's that. Kind of get into that relaunch, that mentality. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. I was talking to some students about the Africa trip we're going on next summer, and we started talking about some animals, and they started talking about the king of the jungle. All right, so we got a lion. Lion's king of the jungle. But when we started talking about it, I said, how the heck is the lion the king of the jungle? The elephant is the biggest. The lion doesn't have a chance there. The cheetah, or if you want to go into the jungle, you got the jaguar, a whole lot faster than the lion. All right, well, who's got the strong? It's not even close. It's a hyena. So if we're thinking about this, the lion, how the heck, if it's not the biggest, it's not the fastest, its bite is not the strongest, how is the lion the king of the jungle? So me and the students started talking. We started brainstorming some things. We talked about it. It's mentality. It's the mentality of the lion. The lion sees an elephant. The lion thinks dinner. Elephant thinks run. Lion sees anything, it thinks dinner. That's its mentality. It is the king of the jungle, but it's the king of the jungle because it says so. But it's not just because it says so. The lion, just like this business right here, the elephant has the biggest network, right? Doesn't mean it's the king of the jungle. The cheetah might be the fastest, tech savvy. They can like that. Doesn't make them the king of the jungle. We look at the bite of the best words. We have the most information, but sometimes, again, we talk about this all the time in this industry. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. So it doesn't matter how big that bite is. The lion is still the king of the jungle. So when we talk about this, get into mentality. Tabitha really kicked it off perfectly And it kind of goes exactly what I really wanted to get into, is just mentality. Think about that mentality. Make this the new relaunch mentality. All right, you are the king of the jungle. Don't think about anybody else. Don't worry about the big elephant. Don't worry about the cheetah, the jaguar, the hyena. You are the lion. You are the king of the jungle. It's your mentality. How do we do this? What do we jump into? And we don't know why we have the mentality. Think about 3 family members that you love dearly. Think about 3 family members or friends that you love dearly and that you would do business for. And that's what your mentality's got to do. When you're tired and you don't want to do that reach, you don't want to do that follow up. You picture that person, you picture your child, your mother, your grandmother, somebody you might be helping with what GC does for you. And you think about that, and that's why we do it. So it's all mentality. And what we're going to get into tonight is relaunching with that mentality. More importantly, we're going to hear from some of the best, some of the people that are doing this consistently. We're going to start off with Gina. All right, Gina Everson's going to give us just some tips and tricks of what she does and how she's able to continually be successful on a monthly basis. You want to talk about relaunching every month? She is. She definitely relaunches. She has that mentality. So close down my mic, and I'm going to turn it over to you, Gina.
Hello. I feel like this is going to piggyback off of Emily's training on conversations yesterday, but I'm really excited to share because one of the main focuses I've learned going through a lot of Bob Heilig's courses is if we don't have a customer base, you don't have a, so the thing is to pour into customers. So what I do monthly with my customers is I either send them a message, a quick message, text message, email, whatever it might be, because I do have people that are on social media. Every 6 to 8 weeks, I send them a card. And it doesn't have, it can just be a simple card, but relating it to things that I know, their pain points. If they're going through a struggle, anything that I see on their social media wall, if I, get something back from an email or a phone call or a text, I'm always following up, checking on them, asking how they're doing, asking if what they're taking is working. And I don't always send samples. I'll run when I'm in the grocery store and say, we just got our commission. I'll take $50 of that and buy, $5, $10 gift cards to Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, somewhere, and I mail that as a way of saying thank you. I do send samples, but I've learned that you should go above and beyond, and you should treat all your customers just with tender, loving care is how I put it. But I always make it personal. I always address them by name. Trying to think. I do have scripts that I use from Bob Heilig. And this one that I have right here, I already have it typed up so I can share it possibly in the different groups or send it to Allie. But basically, you're wanting to build on your customer base. And so one of the things is referrals. How many of you ask for a referral? How many of you know how to ask for a referral without sounding transactional instead of transformational? I ask, it goes through a whole script. I make it personal. I ask them why they bought from me. Why did they buy that product? Because, over time, if they've been buying from you for 6 months, you might need to reevaluate that. So that's one thing. I use scripts all the time. Chat GPT, if you don't have that follow-up question, if you're just burnt out on conversations, go in and ask Chat GPT to give you some good follow-up questions. It will spit out how many ever you need. It's truly a lifesaver because you can copy and paste it, put it in there, and make it specific. Ask your upline, struggling with a conversation on joining the business, or what products to use. It's always good to reach out to your other advocates or, your uplines. I don't want to take too long. So like I said, be authentic, be transformative, not transactional, because that turns people off. Another thing I do is I scrub my timeline. Anybody who likes or loves or posts your reels, even if they don't comment, that is a lead. It is a hot lead, especially if they gave you the heart. So what you're going to do is you're going to send them a message thanking them and asking what resonated with them from that post, but also then go over to their Instagram page or their Facebook page, find something to comment. So you drive that algorithm. So I do that constantly. I do that probably 2 or 3 times a week, where I call it scrubbing my timeline. I go see who liked, loved. I ask them what they, what they thought of the post, what they liked about it or what they loved. If you have a customer that's been a long time customer, you could ask them to write a testimonial. I've had several people write testimonials. If they don't feel like writing it, it's one step I take above. I say, give me what you like about the product and I'll write that testimonial for you. And then I'll send it back. If you want to adapt it. Then take a photo with you taking the product, holding the product, something, and then tag me once you post it. I have gotten some of my best referrals that way. Some of my top paying customers. So it's huge. That is huge. Like I said, try to follow up with those customers. It's key. That's how I drive my PVQ every month. I follow up with them. In the past 2 months, I've actually cross-sold to them. So going in and finding their pain points and seeing what's working and what doesn't, then I suggest something else. And I've actually gotten my pain cream customers to try tincture, and now they order every month. I do have people on pain cream and they order every 6 to 8 weeks. They're not a preferred customer, but I always go back in and I always check on them. So those are just some of my tips and tricks. And like I said, scrub your timelines. If you want scripts on how to authentically reach out to your current customers, just let me know. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Gina. That was awesome. Okay, I'm going to introduce Kathy Landecker, who she's in month 2 as an advocate. And she's just one of those guns a-blazing type of people. And I just love her so much. And so she's going to share kind of what's working, what she's going for, and her tips.
Thank you, Tabitha. Okay, so as she said, I am coming up on my 1 month here in a couple days. So really just diving in, and I am still in that, like Tabitha said, like when you start out, you're in that ignorance on fire. I know Paul mentioned it. Like it is just like Tabitha said, guns a-blazing. Like you come in, you are the face of your business. You are the passion. And like the top 3 things that I wrote down that you need to focus on, or that I focused on coming into my business, was passion, purpose, and consistency. Consistency, because you have to be showing up for your business. People have to know your doors are open. They have to, like, most people don't watch your stories every single day. Sure, you're going to have some people, but most of the time they're not seeing it every single day. So you have to be showing up. You have to be consistent. And one that I gave myself in this category, and actually Tabitha and I were doing it together, is we were doing a real day. And I have never done this before. We're about 3 weeks in, and I should say I actually do 6 a week because I am very adamant about taking time, taking that breath because of burnout. I've been there, I've done it, and I don't want to do it again. So that was definitely a big one, but showing up, doing consistency, and this actually, what I have found out by doing this is it actually alleviates a lot of other areas. One of the most common issues that people have is like creating that conversation, being able to have that engagement with people and having people come to you. So within this challenge, the one thing that I have learned is it is opening so many doors to be able to actually have those conversations. It's allowing people to reach out. It's taking the pressure off. And so it's just giving an easier foot in the door to be able to start those conversations with people. And then as far as your passion, this is my driving force right now. People have to be excited. You have to create a FOMO around the business, around the opportunity, and you also have to create FOMO around the products. People have to want to know why they need the products. They have to feel like they're almost missing out on something by not having the products, right? And so one way that I have been doing this and has been really helpful for me is taking people through the steps. So in the beginning, before I had any sales, what was I doing? I was screenshotting conversations I was having with people, and I was sharing all of the issues that people were talking to me about, the things that people were coming to me and the conversations we were having regarding CBD. Because one, that showed my audience that not only are people interested in CBD, but it also shows that people are coming to me for a large variety of issues. So for me, I'm a mom. That's why I fell in love with CBD, mom rage, all the things, the overstimulation and whatnot. Um, but I have people coming to me for pain and, other issues. And it's all because I've been able to share those conversations as I go. So another thing that tends to hold people up is two things. One, not knowing they know it, like they need to know it all before they dive in, right? Guys, I knew nothing about CBD. I had actually been taking it for 3 months, but I just followed Tabitha. I fell in love with Tabitha and I trusted her. I didn't do anything else besides that. And then I fell in love with the products and we started talking about the advocate side. He sent me the TED Talk. I watched the 15-minute video. That is what I ran with. That was the knowledge that I had to start my business, to launch my business, to start having conversations. And so from there, once I had the conversation going, once I started to drop those tidbits and have, those conversations and talking to people from there, if I got in a conversation where I was like, you know what, I'm just getting started. I'm loving these products, but I'm not quite sure about that. Would you mind if I pull you into a conversation? And utilizing those three-way tracks, that is a huge, huge tool that you have in your back pocket. You let the videos and your upline be able to have those conversations for you. So I've been utilizing a lot of three-way, but I've also been letting the videos educate people. So I felt like, because I actually came from a previous company and I felt like I had to sell the people on the products, have the conversation, do the whole thing from start to finish, right? Now I've been sending those videos. I've been sending the TED Talk because that was extremely informational for me, the Green Compass videos and the Farm to Family, like all of that. Those are the 3 videos that I utilize. And every once in a while, I'll throw the pregnancy one in. But being able to use the 3-way chats, use those testimonials, like I said, in the beginning, I used the conversations that I was having with people, what they were coming to me for. Then once I started getting customers, I started screenshotting and sharing that yes, people are actually trying these. And then after that, now I'm sharing the process that people are going through, the results that they're having, how we're working through various different issues that they might have. It's not just to come in and here's your product, it's a come in and I'm going to help you work through it to get to those solutions that we talked about, right? I'm going to show them that customer service that I'm going to be providing them as well. So just being able to come in with that passion, not really worrying about the knowledge of it because we have so many tools here to be able to use. And then also talking to people's pain points, hitting their vulnerabilities, and just honing in on that. It is very important. The biggest thing you have coming in besides your passion is your purpose. Why did you fall in love with the products? What is your story? Being able to share that and being able to connect with those people. If you want people to be able to reach out to you and be vulnerable with you and share their issues with you, then you have to be willing to do the same to them, right? You have to give them that comfortable space to have those conversations with you. But so that's kind of the majority of, what I had to say is just, share the process with everybody. Don't be caught up on the fact of I need to know everything to dive in. You really don't. Knowledge comes as you go. And that comes from both parts, the product side of things and the business side of things. That is also a huge one. Don't be scared to talk about the business. None of us come in with a team. We all have to start from ground zero. We all have to bring on those customers, those promoters. And that's why sharing the process, sharing where you started, sharing the ground zero is extremely important for your people that are following along and that are eventually going to jump on board with you, right? And then, okay, so like I said, the consistency, and then as you're learning, the other thing that has been really helpful for me as I'm picking up the educational tips and I'm actually learning, start educating people. That is the favorite thing about this business is that we have that educational piece that knows about CBD and what it truly does for our bodies. I don't think I've run into a lot of people that take CBD, but not one of them could tell me what it actually was doing for them in their body. So utilize that, share that, and speak from that side of things as well. Once you start to get those nuggets and those tidbits, You really start to hone in on your niche and all that kind of stuff and who you're talking to. But that's kind of, you know, my standpoint. Like she's like, it's just kind of, I would say balls to the wall, but I probably shouldn't say that, so I apologize. But so that's kind of what I have, Tabitha, if you want to take it back.
Awesome, Kathy. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Okay, what do we want to do next? Do we want to do the collagen or do we want to talk about the farm? I don't care. I don't know.
Let's do the collagen just because Pearl is in front of the TV right now and I don't know how long that will last.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, cool. Tabitha, it says you screen sharing. Did you already make me a host?
Hold on, I'm going to do that right now.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay. So this part will be pretty quick anyways. Okay. Let's do, how do I make this screen bigger? No. Okay, well, I'll just zoom in. Can you guys see this okay? Okay, so this is our collagen, and we're just gonna talk about some of the ingredients in our collagen because our collagen really is so amazing. The way Green Compass has picked what ingredients they're gonna put in here, and it's for a very specific reason. So a few things that we should be talking about with collagen is that these are 100% clean ingredients. There is no sugar added, I don't believe, to the collagen. We have 3 organic / sustainable collagen sources. From what I understand, collagen in general can't be USDA certified organic. I'm not really sure all the ins and outs of that, but I know with ours, we're sourcing it organically or sustainably, like the fish is sustainably caught fish. So obviously it can't be USDA organic. So if people ask, ours is third-party lab tested for heavy metals, and that is not common in the collagen industry. If you go to your average grocery store and start picking up collagens, you're not going to see that most of them are tested for heavy metals. And there is a study, I don't have the link, but I know it's floating around and I know it's in our boards app, but it lists all the top like collagen brands, and a lot of them were tested and had trace heavy metals in them. So obviously, it's not what Green Compass is about, is having heavy metals in our products. So we're going to make sure that these products are doing us good and not going to have anything in it that's going to harm us. Something else you can kind of say along with that is that our collagen, especially for women, like this is a hormone safe collagen because we're not using animals that are factory farmed that have been pumped with hormones, and because there's no heavy metals. So this is not going to disrupt our hormones. And I think that's a conversation starter. I saw somebody from another company say, like, was advertising that her collagen was hormone safe. And I was like, you know, I just got into a conversation with her about it because I'm like, I've never thought of sharing that. And so that's just a little bit of the highlights. Our collagen is infused with CBG and it's nano enhanced. So that means it's going to be water soluble CBG, like our nano jellies where that CBD is absorbing, and it's water soluble. Same thing with the CBG. And then olive leaf extract. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that one right now. So olive leaf extract, if there's a lot of buzz around CoQ10, it's a powerful antioxidant. Olive leaf extract is 10 times more powerful than CoQ10. It boosts heart, digestive, and brain health. It soothes your joints. It supports a healthy immune system, regulates blood sugar, and may increase longevity and reduce signs of aging. The CBG is really powerful in here, I think, especially for your folks that are dealing with pain. You know, Green Compass came out not too long ago saying like it's been found with research that CBG is the best cannabinoid for pain. That's why they put it in our pain cream now instead of the full spectrum CBD. So CBG decreases inflammation and free radicals throughout the body, including your nervous system. It reduces feelings of tension, fidgeting, restlessness, and other high cortisol symptoms, supports digestive health, and helps heal any inflammation in the gut. And so I just think that is super important. I think we probably need to add to this, and I'll do that, is just how it supports our joint pain, our joints, and our ligaments. And then we have the 3 different collagen sources. So we have bovine collagen, that's types 1 and 2. We have eggshell collagen, that's 1, 3, I don't know, a whole bunch of them. Fish collagen is type 1. And so something to note about all of this is most collagens that you're going to look at might have 1 or 2 sources. And so what we have here is kind of like a trifecta of collagen that work synergistically together. So you're going to hit everything that people are struggling with. So whether it's their skin, like they're like, I have these, 11 lines and I hate them, or these crow feet, or if they're dealing with joint issues or back pain or gut inflammation. So, one thing I've been telling people, because I've been getting people started on the $99 bundle with the collagen and the jellies. And I've been telling them that, most of the people I'm helping are dealing with nervous system issues. And so they need to calm their nervous system. And so what I've been telling them is, we're going to use the CBD to help you, to give you nervous system support, because you're very stressed and a lot of your symptoms are stemming from stress. But collagen is going to help you with your gut health. And, a lot of people will try to help you by either targeting your nervous system or your gut health. But we're going to do both, because if one is not balanced, your symptoms are not going to really go away. Think about it. If you target your gut health and someone's like, it's their gut good and all of that, but they're nervous wreck and they're not addressing their stress, their gut issues are just going to come back, because part of stress causes gut issues and gut imbalances. So that's kind of how I'm feeling this as a pair. And then of course, for me, dealing with stressed moms, just like over here with the CBG, how it also supports the nervous system, I feel like that's really good. So then I'm getting my customers started doing this probably in the past few months. Instead of getting them 2 CBD products, I'm doing this because I don't want them to have such an excess of CBD that the next month they're like, I don't need anything. I want them to really fall in love with these products so that they want to order again. So that's what I have to say about the collagen. Not a ton, but it's just such a good collagen. If you have not started collagen yet, I would encourage you to order it. I love the lemon lime. I've been mixing it with the energized powder, and take some before and after pictures so that you can show people what it did for your skin. And if you already started it, like, see if you can find some old ones, because a lot of us have gotten really good results. So these are the graphics I made for you guys about just these ingredients. We actually don't have biotin on here, but I feel like that's a pretty self-explanatory ingredient. So you do not mix those main ingredients. And then I took this right off the website, so it's all compliant and what it's going to do for people. And then I have some testimonials. So I'll drop these in Allie's leader thread. And if the leaders can just put them in your chats, and we can all share these tomorrow. I think, doing a talk, like maybe you do something like share this one and this one, and then maybe break and do a live video of you making your collagen and talking about what it's done for you, what you love about it, what flavor you like and why. And then you can kind of post testimonials. If you want to post the ingredients when you can. And then, maybe I'll put another blank one of these so that you could put like one last story up with like a question box or something for them to do to, if they want to order, or you could do your link if that's what you would like to do. And don't feel like you have to share all of these necessarily. You can trickle them in on other days, but you can't share them all at once. So thank you for letting me share that. And yeah, that was it. That was all I really had to say. Does anybody have questions about the collagen? There's also going to be Emily Beal. So Emily Beal is our, big leader. they're doing, I think it's the 8th, a collagen testimonial call. So I think getting some conversation going now about collagen would be really good, so that you have people that you can be like, hey, I know you were asking about collagen. Would you want to come, hear more about it? Hear some other testimonials. So I think that'll be really good.
Thanks, Emily. And then we'll get, yeah, everyone was asking for graphics, but okay, April 9th. Yeah, it's Tuesday. I looked, it's next Tuesday, whatever next Tuesday is when that collagen call is. So if that's the 9th. Okay. All right. I'll just real quick talk about the farm incentive. Is that okay, Paul? I wrote everything down. So, okay.
Perfect.
So if you haven't everyone got the email, I'm sure, but if you haven't really had a chance to like dive into the Cultivate and Connect Farm experience incentive that Green Compass is running. So this is obviously huge. This is apparently something that has been asked for a really long time. And I'm hearing that this is probably like the only time that they're going to offer this. So it's going to be July 28th through the 30th. And you're going to, if you earn this, you're going to get a really close look at the farm from seed to seal, how they extract, how they harvest, and then how they manufacture it and everything. And you'll get to see it all. So the earning period for this is started April 1st through June 30th. And then hold on, because I was like, where's the rest of it? I saved this graphic just to read off of this. So the qualifications is that you have to maintain paid as director rank or above for at least 2 out of the 3 months. So April through June, 2 out of those months. You have to cultivate. I love the verbiage that they use. You have to cultivate 9,000 PQV cumulative. You have to plant the seeds of 15 new PCs cumulative and harvest 2 personally sponsored advocates cumulative. So that is going to take place. That's on the backside of our trip, right? If I remember right, I think that's the backside of the trip. So anyways.
And also we've just seen now the research is final. Cannabis is safe for breastfeeding.
I can't mute for some reason. I can't mute that. Can you just make sure you're muted, guys, please? Thank you. So that's like the gist of the farm trip. I know so many are so excited, or the farm incentive. I know so many are so excited and running for this, and this is going to create a ton of momentum. This is already creating a ton of momentum. I have a lot of people a lot of women on my team that are just like so excited for this, and as I know we all are. So I think it's a doable goal. I think it's achievable, especially if you start now and you kind of like strategize and talk to your upline about how you can make this happen, or how you could get kind of your ducks in a row to kind of build and get yourself there. Not promised again. Okay, yes. Okay, awesome. All right, what else? Anything?
No, I think that pretty much covers everything. We got the collagen we talked about. And like Emily said, it really builds to what Emily Beals got coming next week. So we can get people looking at those stories and jumping on that call. That might be those new PCs to get you guys to go see the farm.
Exactly. All right, awesome. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We missed Allie, but we did it. See you guys. Good night.
Bye, everybody.